Hey everyone, Tech Steve here, and this is the new Hisense 7 series for 2026. Now this TV has a lot of goodies that we're going to talk about in the video, but some of the highlights of this TV and what to expect on this video is that we're going to unbox it. I'm going to do a quick setup and I'm going to show you some of the basic features to do my first impressions on it. And then later, we're going to come out with a full review and try to answer some of you guys' questions. So let's start unboxing this and see what it's all about. Now, the thing about this TV is that it is 165 Hertz. And this TV uses the high engine view processor that Hisense actually designed themselves. Because I want to see if MediaTek 800 processor was in this unit, and that's not the case. And one thing about this model is that it's the in-between line, because being the 7 series, I'm sure there's going to be a 6 series, an 8 series, and a 9 series. Then they did send it in this crate right here, and it's got these Phillips screws all around the sides of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this all unscrewed so we can see this television for the very first time. And if you've been watching my videos in the past, I used to calibrate these TVs using the AutoCal. And I hope Hisense left that technology in it, because I would love to calibrate this to get the best picture out of it. But there's a good chance it's going to have a great picture out of the box. Now here's the thing. They sent me over the 65-inch model, but it is available in multiple sizes. And you can get it in a 55, 65, 75, 85, 100-inch. And if you happen to have $20,000 laying around, you can get the 116-inch. So it don't seem to be that heavy, but we'll go ahead and get it out of here, and it's packed very well. Now keep in mind, you're not going to get this kind of packing whenever you buy it from a retailer. This is a demo unit sent directly from Hisense, so they like to send these out where they always look good and not damaged when we get them. So now we got rid of that pesky crate, we could take a look at the television. And mind you, if you guys want to see a future video with this versus the last year model, just let me know in the comments below. All right, so here's some of the basic features. I already mentioned it does have up to 165 Hertz in gaming mode. It also has a 2.1.2 audio in this particular size, but if you get the 116-inch, there's a complete different audio system. It also has an anti-reflecting coating, and we'll test that later on. But other than that, it does have the new Google Gemini. It's going to support a robust app store, plus this one supports AMD FreeSync. It also has Apple AirPlay, Apple HomeKit, and you can cast from your Android device with the Google Cast. So let's go ahead and open this up. It's only 3 straps to keep it together. Now I don't expect this to have anything new as far as design of the accessories, but let's go and get everything out here. We're going to be putting this all together, but this is a different design when it comes to the feet. A little bit different what Hisense normally give you in the box. And it comes with your standard remote control, as well as the power cord and basically a setup guide. And it comes with this installation setup guide. And come to find out, it does have that pedestal on the bottom, which I'll take a look at in just a second. And it looks like it's packed pretty well. Styrofoam, top, bottom, cardboard for the screen protection. Then all you have to do is just lift the box up and try to make sure your TV doesn't fall on the floor. And here we have it. There you go, guys. New Hisense 7 series. It looks like they changed the subwoofer and some other things, but we'll take a look at that in just a minute. Now here's that metal base, and great thing is, I could have sworn a couple years ago they used to make this out of plastic, so it looks like a lot more premium design compared to before. To mount this on, all we're going to do is just go ahead and line up these screws right here. And you see they have like this pivot end, so it will be flush mount. Now I was looking at the instructions, and the way you're supposed to do this is use the styrofoam and level the TV out, but I'm just going to use the traditional way that I know and just go ahead and screw these feet in right here below. Now keep in mind, there's 2 sets of patterns here. If you're going to put a center channel below it, just make sure you adjust these to get the maximum height. But I'm just going to use the top one so I can have it lowered to the table. So I got everything assembled. We can now take a look at the back of the TV. Now one thing I noticed on this TV is now it has a different subwoofer, and it has these little pads on the side of it. I can't determine if these are speakers or not until I get it set up. And this TV has the traditional Hisense speakers up here on the side, And what it will do is reflect off your wall and create a surround sound. But one thing I really enjoy about this TV is that this one doesn't have that computer style TV plug on it, so you can use any type of plug you want with the 2 prongs. Now, as far as inputs, you have a few that's going to cover everything that you need. Now we have 4 HDMI 2.1, so all these ports will support up to 165 Hertz. We also have an eARC that can go over to your soundbar, antenna, optical output, and a network connection. So you have everything you need to connect all your devices. I got everything all set up and ready to go. Now let's go ahead and do the screen pull. And keep in mind, you'll see a yellow tab on most Hisense televisions. So let's go ahead and get this off. Satisfying. And after pulling off that screen protector, look how clean this TV looks with glare. But I'll drag my studio light into the scenario right here behind the camera. And it does get some glare right there, but man, that's pretty extreme if you're looking for a TV that's anti-glare coating. This one's actually one of the better ones that I've seen. With everything set up, let's just take a quick look at some of the attributes of the televisions, and then I'll show you some demos and we'll wrap it up until I get time to film the main video. First of all, it is powered by Google, and this is a really great operating system because you can go back to where you watched your television last. So if you have multiple TVs, your profile will basically start where you ended it. At top, of course, we have Live TV, which is Google. We have App Store, plenty of applications there. You can find just about anything you're looking for. And then Hisense have their own channels as well, so you can stream free content. When you're in the settings, you have all your traditional controls like the screensaver. You can adjust your inputs, as well as the picture settings. We'll take a quick look at that. And you have settings like Vivid, Standard, Sports, Energy Savings, Theater Day, Theater Night, Filmmakers Mode. Now, I didn't see it on the box, but it might have IMAX, but when we get to the full review, I'll take a look at that as well. So keep in mind, Filmmakers Mode is usually the most common one for accurate colors. Now, one thing I did notice here is that before, it used to have Calman, Auto Cal in here. Looks like they removed that feature just like TCL. Kind of disappointing, but maybe if I get time, I'll do a manual calibration on it. Another thing I want to mention is that the sound is now tuned by Dolby, and I'll do some effects. I'm waiting on a special microphone to be able to do some audio tests in the future, but you do have your sound effects. You can see right there, auto processing, Dolby Atmos optimizer, and I'm happy that you have a subwoofer off and on, and you have a bass booster, which is very important when you have a subwoofer and you're trying to watch TV late at night. When I moved into this studio, I want to update some different settings. So this one actually supports Wi-Fi 6 as well as the 5 and 2.4, but the Wi-Fi 6 is going to give you a faster speeds, but it won't give you as long a range, which is perfect and ideal if you want to get the best performance out of your television. And usually Hisense has the newest operating system for TVs, not smartphones, and this is version 14, which is one of the newer ones out there. Other than that, we have 20 gigabytes of storage. I wish it was a little bit more, but that suffices for most television applications. This is where you can cast to your device, and of course you have the Apple AirPlay and HomeKit, screencasting, content sharing, multi-view. You can also plug in a camera and do gestures, which is a cool feature. The 7 Series does have the Gemini voice commands, and there's a microphone on the bottom of it that you can mute if you don't want to basically have the microphone listen to you all the time, but you could do that. So this is not the full review, but just here looking at some movie trailers here, one thing I noticed is that the black bars on it is nailed, because I remember the previous Hisense models, you would get like a really good contrast, but you would see like some gray haze in some of the areas, and you would get a lot more blooming. So it'd be very interesting to see if this TV is going to do the same. Just to be honest with you guys, what I'm seeing so far, this TV is looking really nice, really nice. I'm not going to say it's impressive yet until I get a chance to do some tests on it. But right now it is actually looking really good. I'm liking the colors on it, and it looks really detailed, specular highlights, and it's because it has a lot of nits. They say up to 3,000, depends on your size. But when I get a chance, I'll hook some meters up to it and see how it performs. But man, this picture looks awesome. Now I haven't got to all the stuff I want to check out, but so far my first impressions is really good. The anti-glare coating is really good. Also the viewing angles, I can see it from this angle, looks really good as well. I like the simplicity of the single base design. Oh, and I forgot to show you, here's the remote control. It looks like they put more hotkeys at the top of it. You can get through all your settings, very simplified, and it looks like a traditional Hisense remote control with that silver finish to it. At the time of this video, the Google Gemini hasn't updated it yet, but I'll tell you there is probably a few more updates I need to do before I film the original video. But if you guys have any questions whatsoever, leave that in the comments below and I'll see if I can get to it. And then, like I said earlier, I still have the last year model. When I get time, it might be a few weeks or a month from now, I'll compare these two TVs together. And if you guys have any other suggestions, just let me know. No guarantees, but if I get to it, I would definitely do my best. But that's all I have on this video. Here's a new Hisense 7 series. Excited to have it here in the studio. And again, thanks a lot for you guys' support, and I'll catch you on the next video.